There are so many collabs IM in the market that it is sometimes hard for anyone to keep up. Almost half of them are HBB collabs. I mean, HBB can make a company himself at this point by his collabs. Recently, I reviewed the Timmy's collab, which is Da Vinci. Now Jay came up with this. This one is called Estrella or Estrella, and at the first glance, it looks beautiful. This IM comes with the standard packing and setup tips. The cable it comes is extremely good though. I tried cable rolling with this IM, and this cable came at the top every time. Jay sent this IM to review, and I don't know him well. He is not a friend of mine, so there will be no bias in this review. I will compare this IM to Hype 2, the Vinci, Dynaquattro, so don't miss the ending. This IM is a more V-shaped IM. The bass is very elevated, as well as the treble is there with its full glory. The bass is actually pretty good with this, to a point that I would say that it is the most mature bass I heard under $400. The elevation is there in the sub bass is really fun, texture is there, and it slowly fades away in the mid bass. Coming to the bass, in one word, the sub bass is extremely addictive, and it is almost at the level of i600. I can guarantee you that nothing under 300 can give you the sub bass that it is giving in my collection. Mid bass on the other hand is very cautiously done. It is not affecting the mid range in any way or form like the Pen and 10A, nor it is separating sub bass from the coherence factor. Overall, the bass section of this IM is top tier in tonality. IMs that can beat this are very expensive, like the Jomo 408 Skyline. Now if we come to the lower mids, there is not much to talk about. The lower mids are clean, textures a bit dry sometimes, and neutral in presentation. It is not a mid-range focused set, so I'm not expecting a lot of mid-range lushness in the sound altogether. It is very dependent on the recording, and the poorly recorded male vocals doesn't sound good with this IM. If we listen to a lot of old songs, this IM never felt underwhelming in the lower mids since there is no bass in the older recordings. Upper mids is where it shines. The female vocals felt airy, full of sparkles and shine. The texturing in this region is great as well. The trailing edges to note follow-ups, everything sounded extremely well and resolving. Treble on this IM is not shy by any means. It is full of resolution and intricacies. The peaks gave it a very bold signature to the treble, where bad recordings will sound bad, and Estrella will extract every bit of information from the treble. It's so detailed. The speed is blazingly fast in this Estrella, snappiest IM that I ever tried at this price point at least. Then if you come to the soundstage, it feels huge. I'm not a fan or hater of huge or small soundstage. I like all of the soundstages, but this IM exhibits a very huge sounding stage in almost all around your head. No matter how busy the track you give it, it doesn't feel claustrophobic ever. It is deep and as well as tall. I am glad to see Jay haven't used cheap tricks like stretching the stereo width to give it a more imaging benefit in the stereo. Albums like Andrew Rejold EP will scare the hell out of you. It is so good. Imaging is also excellent. I said it enough. In the soundstage, pinpointing is not an issue at all. Layering on the other hand is a bit on the average side of things. Like for an example, it somehow manages to get on the level of Pilgrim, but it doesn't surpasses it. Dynamically, again, this IM is very fast in dynamics. You might like a bit of sloppy dynamics like old Vinci speakers. It won't give you that. It is blazingly fast in dynamics too. Resolution is excellent, surpassing the IMs like Pilgrim by a long shot. Details and macro contrasts are impeccable too, on par with something like i600. So to summarize the review in few sentences, I would like to rank the things that I liked about this IM in descending order. Imaging on this IM is by far the most impressive thing for me. Soundstage of this IM is immense, like it is vast. Details and resolution, everything involved in that texturing and micro contrast are excellent. Sub bass on this IM is stupid good. Treble is there to flaunt, like I said before. Upper mids are enjoyable. Lower mids are not on par with the excellence that it offers in the lows and the highs, since it is expected, right? It is a V-shaped IM. Then this IM is revealing, so it will give you loads of details and make poor recordings suck. The added ear tips are kinda trash. I don't like to tinker with ear tips, but you have to do that with this IM. So in conclusion, all in all, I'll be ranking this IM very high in my ranking list. The fun elements in this IM exhibits nothing short of breathtaking. It trade blows with something like i600 and can be bought blindly. Huge recommendation from my side. Now coming to the comparisons, if you compare it to Pilgrim is a very different IM. The main focus on Pilgrim is like maturity, which sacrifice some of the fun elements, and the sound is like a bit low in treble and bass. Pilgrim is better in lower mids and layering, where Estrella is better in soundstage, imaging, bass, treble amplitude, and speed. I would say that these IEMs complete each other, and both sounds way better than what they're priced at. Dynaquattro is more bassy overall in the low end, but the amplitude is more on the Estrella, so the bass seems more resolving and detailed in the Estrella. Dynaquattro feels boomy, executes a bit more thump. The control of the bass is a bit better in Estrella. At the same time, Dynaquattro is a lot more safer, sweeter sounding. Estrella is more energetic and engaging. The Dynaquattro exhibits a more tall and natural soundstage, where Estrella is more deep and very atmospheric in the sense that it is more open. Resolution and details are a bit better in Estrella. If we compare it with Da Vinci, which is another collab, both are very different, yet they have a very big bass shelf. Da Vinci is more mid-bass focused, lower mids are better on Da Vinci, but the treble and resolution is far better in Estrella. Micro contrasts detail are better in Estrella too. Da Vinci is better at producing sweeter sound in general. It has a more pleasing tonality, a better lower mid-range presentation. So that's it. If you compare it to Hype 2 is not at the same league as Estrella. Estrella is 2 tips above Hype 2. So if I want to conclude this topic, Estrella is made for someone who is looking to get worth of each and every penny they spent with this IM. At $300, there is nothing else in the market that can give you the level of detail, image, and soundstage with good tonality to back it up. Excellent bass and treble, a bit underwhelming lower mids, and very good upper mids. This IM for me is an i600 replacement, and I give it a huge thumbs up. Good job, Jay.